Hello, thank you for joining us for the Lakefront News. I'm Sophia Mora. Many college students around the U.S. are given assistance to pay for their schooling. OLLU financial aid helps students find ways to pay for their classes when they can't afford to. But some students at the university say even with the help, they still can't afford many of their classes. Lakefront reporter Gabriel Cook discusses tips on how to get more help.
The reality of financing a college education can be difficult for many, especially those seniors who are in their last few semesters. I'm here at OLLU finding out all the options and resources that students have to make a private education affordable for them and their families.
Is to get the student graduated. We don't want to see any student get to that point and just leave. We want to be able to have that student graduate, get their diploma, and go out into the world and, be a successful person.
OLLU's financial aid director, Esmeralda Flores, says that in many cases, a lot of seniors need financial aid. They end up taking out extra loans to help them with their living expenses, and over the years, the amount increases. That's why many senior students find themselves falling short with financial aid at the end of their educational careers.
We have endowment funds that donors have given to us, and if students reach out to us, we look at their situation, and if we can help them, we help them. Other options that they have is we can't help them with everything completely, because we're gonna ask the student, we're gonna assess their record, and we're gonna say, okay, do you really need to take 12 hours, or do you only need 6 or 9 hours to graduate?
Flores says that other options for students are scholarships. She says that there was an email notice sent out to undergraduate students Friday to apply for a scholarship called the Endowment Fund. The requirements are for you to write an essay and send in your spring grades. The deadline for this scholarship is June 1st.
If they weren't aware of this, if they had relatives that were alumni and graduated from Our Lady of the Lake, there is an alumni application that is available until, I want to say, the end of May. I can't remember the date, but it's in May. So that's another option.
Flores also states that it is important for students to do their FAFSA in October for the upcoming school year.
You need to do that early so that you know what is available to you, and that way you can plan early. Okay. I may not have enough loan, I may not have grants, but if I start planning now, instead of 4 months, I've got 9 months to be able to save and towards my tuition.
Flores states that the important thing is that students come in and talk to her and other financial aid counselors, whether it be physical or through Zoom call, so they can understand your situation and be upfront with you on what the university can and can't help you with. Flores says the university may not be able to cover the full cost of tuition, but they will do their best to help meet it. The end goal is to ensure that every student graduates. If you're a senior student and you're still wondering about your aid, contact the financial office and speak with a counselor who will help you make decisions on funding your education at OLLU. Reporting from the Lakefront News, I'm Gabriel Cook.
Our Lady of the Lake has a new president, but it's just for a day. A student winner gets to walk in President Melby's shoes for the day. Lakefront reporter Melissa Aguirre tells us more about the President for a Day challenge.
In honor of Our Lady of the Lake's 125th anniversary, our institution decided to go a little old school by bringing back the President for a Day challenge. I spoke with campus officials who give us more information about this challenge. Our Lady of the Lake University is currently celebrating its 125th anniversary, along with many traditions formed along the way. One of them is the President for a Day campaign, which emphasizes experiential learning and leadership development from none other than our prestigious university presidents themselves. This year's winner will have the privilege of meeting one-on-one with OLLU's president, Dr. Melby, discuss the future of OLLU, and learn some of the challenges of running a university.
Well, I think the most challenging part is how often my day switches from minute to minute or hour to hour.
The history of this challenge goes back to 2002 when it began as a student fundraiser as a way for students to give back to themselves.
In this 125th anniversary, we thought it was fitting to bring back some old traditions that have been forgotten.
The funds raised from this challenge goes directly back to students in form of scholarship, emergency aid, or to areas that students feel needs funding. Such as in 2002, the student walkway was funded by the 2002 President for a Day Challenge.
There is a sign out there that says that is from students' raised funds.
This year, the funds will be for student scholarships and emergency aid.
Coming off of a winter weather storm, we know exactly how much that scholarship and emergency aid is needed for our students.
This year's winner is Sister Roseanne Castilleja, student of the social work program. She raised $4,000 in this challenge, and it was all because of an email.
Well, I received an email and said that I was nominated to be president for a day, and I thought, well, if someone believes that I can do this, I'm going to do my best.
As she prepares for her day, she already has a message for prospect students.
My message is to come join us, come join our OLLU family. It's a wonderful place. The faculty is excellent.
Although a day has not been scheduled, Our Lady of the Lake University will embrace Sister Castilleja's presidency for the day when the time comes. If you would like more information about Our Lady of the Lake, please visit OLLUSA.edu. I'm Melissa Aguirre, reporting for LakeFront News.
Are you in need of meal assistance? LakeFront reporter Kevin Romine has a look at how you can take advantage of what the San Antonio Food Bank has to offer.
This is Kevin Romine reporting from San Antonio Food Bank with some great information on how they're helping people out during the pandemic.
So since the pandemic started, we've had to really up the opportunities for folks to receive food assistance, emergency food assistance.
Kelsey Goldstein is just one of the many people working extra hard this week to make sure San Antonio doesn't go hungry. Thanks to the diligent work of the volunteers at San Antonio Food Bank, over 120,000 people will be fed this week alone. That doesn't just include Bexar County either. San Antonio Food Bank will support 16 different counties every week through the calendar year. That is over 74 million meals to hungry Texans during the pandemic.
So we have food distributions here on our campus, as well as pop-up distributions all over the city. We have our mega distributions every Friday. Those feed anywhere from 1,000 to 3,000 families.
Accessing food service has never been easier. Just pick up the phone and call.
Our help center is open Monday through Friday from 8 to 5 and Saturday from 9 to 3. The number is 210-431-826. And they can also come in person as well. We do application assistance for federal benefits, and we can also help them register for our mega distributions if they're in need of food assistance.
For more information, you can find San Antonio Food Bank on the web. For LakeFront News, I'm Kevin Romine.
The free on-campus COVID-19 testing site located in Lot K has expanded its operation hours. The testing kiosk provided by Curative changed its operation hours on March 15th. The kiosk previously operated from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m., allowing individuals only 9 hours to take advantage of the site. With the updated hours, the kiosk now opens at 7 a.m. and closes at 7 p.m. This time change now allots individuals an extra 3 hours to get their testing done. 2 new drones have flown into the hands of film students of Our Lady of the Lake University. According to the television supervisor and professor Amanda Brown, says that she's excited for Our Lady of the Lake University film students who now will be able to check out drones for their film projects. Professor Brown will be hosting a workshop this fall for students to learn how to use them. This purchase was made possible by a grant from TBSA. Stay with us. Coming up next, a look at your sports news.
If you're looking to advertise an event, club meetings, and other things, then please contact the LakeFront News website at lakefrontollu.com/advertise with us, where you can find the link to the media kit with the prices and slots you can fill out. You can also contact the LakeFront through Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. I'm Amadeo Rivas from LakeFront News.
Welcome back, and now a look at OLLU sports. Our Lady of the Lake University is hosting a fun-filled tournament challenge for all students. The National Collegiate Athletic Association hosts March Madness every year. This year, OLLU is inviting students to take part in creating a bracket to win some bragging rights and a Raising Cane's gift card. Stay tuned to find out how OLLU students are competing.
I am here at Our Lady of the Lake University Lakeview Apartments, where several residents have taken part in a fun-filled tournament challenge on ESPN.
Every March, the nation is captivated by a 68-team tournament that decides the NCAA champion. The overwhelming number of games and the unpredictability of their outcomes have resulted in the tourney's ubiquitous nickname, March Madness.
The National Collegiate Athletic Association, more commonly known as the NCAA, hosts a big college basketball tournament in late March and early April.
Each year, each conference does like a tournament with its own teams, and then there's a champ, and that conference champion of the tournament gets an automatic bid to the NCAA tournament, which is what really most people think of as March Madness.
This year for March Madness, OLLU Campus Recreation sent out an announcement inviting students to join in a fun-filled tournament challenge.
I always just thought that it would be cool for students to compete against other students. So you can have some bragging rights if you're the best at OLLU, if you've got the best bracket, that's something that, you can brag about.
Students were able to get in on the excitement of this year's NCAA's men's basketball tournament by filling out a bracket in hopes of winning some bragging rights along with a Raising Cane's gift card. OLLU freshman Rachel Juba shares her excitement about the luck she has struck in the competition.
Somehow, I called almost all the upsets, and I'm in the 100th percentile of the nation on ESPN. And there was one point I was ranked 295, out of everyone who made a bracket.
Like Juba, some competitors had some beginner's luck, but that's not always the case. Just ask junior Olivia Eagleson.
This is the first and last time I filled out a March Madness bracket. Thank you to Ohio State and Purdue for busting me in the first round, and my champions were out in the round of 32, so my bracket's busted.
So as you can see, we have some pretty competitive students here at OLLU. Good luck to everyone competing in the challenge.
Have you heard about the Our Lady of the Lake team that went undefeated in regular season? Our Lady of the Lake University women's soccer team completed their first undefeated season in Saints history with a 4-2 victory over the University of Houston Victoria. The Saints finished the regular season with a 10-0 overall record and a 7-0 mark in the Red River Athletic Conference play. Head coach Arthur Salazar said that he's proud of how they handled the challenges and adversity this season presented. The Saints will be competing in the Red River Athletic Conference tournament from April 2nd to the 9th. Keep an eye out for the live stream link so you can cheer them on from home. OLLU's Big Blue Spotlight goes to Kenna Kennedy. Kennedy shattered the Saints' all-time stolen bases record with 27 when she stole second base against Texas A&M University Texarkana. This season, she leads the team with 6 stolen bases and has 3 RBIs and 6 hits. Kennedy is a senior majoring in education. Some of her previous awards include making the President's List twice, was named Softball MVP, and Breakthrough Athlete of the Year. Congratulations, Kenna Kennedy.